Your Honor, a lie has been told in this courtroom, and we submit it was not just a simple lie, but one which reveals an important truth. The letter we submitted in evidence not only proves that Raven Swift was perfectly willing to give up forever the child she professes to love, but she was also willing to commit perjury in order to achieve her goal. Now, Mrs. Swift contends that the lie was motivated by the desperation of mother love. We submit that it was motivated by the unhealthy emotions of rage, revenge, and vindictiveness. As in all custody matters, the welfare of the child is the primary ingredient, the only real basis for a just decision. We ask you to consider carefully, Your Honor, whether this child will benefit or suffer when he's raised as the instrument of one parent's hatred of the other. I think we all agree that the key ingredient in raising a happy child is love. And it's love that the father, Logan Swift, brings to this court as the sole and powerful argument of his case for custody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Miss Nelson. Mr. Rutledge, is there anything further you would like to say at this time?
No, Your Honor, there's not.
Very well. This court will now stand in adjournment until such time as I am able to render my decision. The respective attorneys will be notified.
All rise.
That was terrific. It's too bad you didn't get to Elliot Dorn's office a little earlier. Maybe you would have found the letter instead of me.
I have not lost yet.
So, now you're the one who found the letter after all, huh?
Oh, I found the magazine, didn't I?
Mike, you were marvelous. What an incredible surprise.
I'd still like to know where the letter came from.
You, me, Logan, you and I both saw it fly right off the terrace.
You can thank Cliff for finding it, April.
Thank you, Cliff.
Just did a little detective work, that's all.
We'll tell you all about it later. Now it's lunchtime and I'm buying.
No. Draper and I have a better idea. You are all coming up to our house for a celebration.
I think a celebration may be premature, April. The verdict's not in yet.
I am willing to accept the invitation anyway.
I'm willing to celebrate anywhere. How can we lose after what happened?
Oh, it's so wonderful. I'm so happy.
Well, come on, let's get going. Mike, it's a shame Nancy wasn't here to see you at this big moment.
Yes, she'd be disappointed she couldn't be here. She had to be upstate. But I think when I tell her, she's going to be very happy what happened.
Yeah. Yes, good for Logan. He deserves to have some good news. First offense, neglect of duty, failing to padlock the scene of a crime and thus allowing unauthorized persons to have access. Second offense, giving a civilian a key and allowing him to remove or tamper with possible evidence.
How about a third offense? Making enemies with Raven Swift.
That's got nothing to do with this.
It doesn't, huh? I think it has a lot to do with it. She was in the Unicorn that night. She was looking for that letter that would help.
She was looking for a lost compact.
Oh, is that what she told you?
Look, I didn't call you in here to discuss Raven Swift.
We're discussing the Unicorn, Chief.
Now, I didn't say she was justified in her actions, no matter where she got her key from.
All right, let's say she went for a compact. Why didn't she go in daylight? Why did she go when the place was closed up and in total darkness? Why is she sneaking around in the middle of the night?
The same thing can be said for Cliff Nelson.
All right, that's what I'm saying. They were both there looking for the same thing.
A letter? What makes you think there was a letter there?
Because you told me.
I did.
Yeah. When Elliot came to your apartment the night he was killed, he told Raven that he was going to go back to his office and look for a document and see her in court.
You think that document was Raven's letter?
I do, and so does Cliff. That's why I gave him the key, so he could find something. And after he found Raven running around in Elliot's office, he came up with a pretty frightening theory. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, if Elliot had the letter, why did he?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was a confederate of hers, holding the letter for her. It doesn't make any sense. It seems like the thing should have been destroyed.
That's assuming the letter exists in the first place. You know Raven denies that.
Oh, of course she would deny it. But I know it's got to exist. So if he's holding the letter, maybe he's holding it because it's a blackmail letter.
That's an awful lot of speculation, Deborah.
Oh, but Chief, it makes so much sense. It explains why Elliot said those things to Raven. It explains why Raven went back to Elliot's office that night.
Go on.
I don't want to.
You were going to say that also explains why Elliot Dorn was murdered.
Chief, I'm on assignment. I gotta go. See you later.
Molly, you're a miracle worker. The sandwiches look delicious. Thank you.
Well, it really was very simple, Mrs. Scott.
And she whipped him up in such a short time.
I only hoped I'd made enough.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Can I do anything to help?
Oh, you sit there and relax, Geraldine. And can I freshen your drink?
No, no.
I wish I would have brought a bottle of champagne.
Verdict is not in, Cliff. Don't push your luck. Thank you, Molly.
Well, I think I'm going to have to agree with Cliff Nelson. I can't see Raven winning after what happened in that courtroom this morning.
Well, I'm sure we won't have to wait too long. I have the feeling Judge Lewis will have his verdict within 24 hours.
Well, 24 hours seems like a lifetime to me. I think it's the hardest thing about trials, waiting for the verdict.
Well, I still don't know what happened. You were going to tell me. How'd you get that letter?
Well, I told you all about that. It was all Cliff's work. Now, he may not be much of a lawyer, but he's a wonderful detective.
Wait a minute, I've been thinking about this stuff. You know, I may be willing to change jobs. This detective work is fun.
Now, don't get carried away.
No, I'm working on my next case already.
Which one's that?
Elliot Dorn's murder.
Are you serious, Cliff?
Yeah, I know who killed Elliot Dorn, and I'm going to prove it, too.
Oh, I'll get that.
Are you making a joke, or is this the truth?
Just wait and see, huh?
Oh, give us a hint. Come on.
I'll do more than that in a day or two. I'll give you the murderer.
Mrs. Scott, I have to tell you something.
What is it?
Well, I just couldn't stop her. Oscar said she was already in the elevator. I guess he didn't know that she wasn't invited.
Hello, everybody. I know, April, you forgot to invite me, but I'm here.